مش لوحدك.
Hello, and I'd like to welcome April Kelsey from Earthquake Solutions. Hello, April, and welcome to the show.
Hello, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. You're a consultant, and you give lectures on earthquake solutions, is that right?
That's correct. I'm an emergency management consultant, speaker, trainer. I do a lot of public speaking and helping everyone from individual level up through top government agencies prepare for earthquakes, fires, other disasters. My goal is to help save lives and reduce injuries and put people in a position so that our communities can recover more speedily and with greater success.
Well, we're expecting a big earthquake to hit California anytime soon. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Is that right?
That's absolutely true. And I think we've actually, it's not like the scientists are saying it's going to be a minute from now or something, because not even the best experts know. But I think most of us that have any connection with this field have probably think that we've crossed sort of a bar on that question, because we were saying it's not if but when 20 years ago, and now I think it's more like how soon.
Wow. So what are we talking about? Like a magnitude of like 7.0 and up, or what are we talking about?
Well, in 2008, the most extensive study on our master fault for Southern California, the San Andreas Fault, came out. It was a very, very extensive study by experts in top fields in the science, in the social part of our communities, in the building and engineering part of our communities. And basically the scenario that all of Southern California has been drilling on since 2008 and the first great Southern California shakeout is a magnitude 7.8.
Wow.
That fault can actually go a little bit bigger than that, but they thought that was the most likely scenario.
Well, you have a video to show us, the grave.
The Graves video?
Yeah.
I'd like to show that to you, but first, if I could set some context by having us let's watch a couple of slides about the Northridge earthquake.
Absolutely.
Which was the last large earthquake in Southern California.
Absolutely.
You'll notice at the screen here, there is a gold diamond in the middle of the screen. That's approximately the 10 by 10 mile area that was most severely affected by that earthquake. However, what we're talking about when the San Andreas goes is a rupture length that's roughly 25 times as long.
Wow.
The longer the rupture, the longer the duration of the shaking. And so instead of having a 11 to maybe 16-second interval of shaking, we're actually talking about most areas of Southern California experiencing maybe as much as 2 full minutes of shaking.
Wow.
And the Graves video, which I will show you in just a minute, will not also give you the time context as how ripe this quake is. The San Andreas typically goes every 150 years. So if you look at and let's watch the screen here for a minute, the 1707 quake to 1857 was about 150 years. And so we would have been due on that schedule in 2007. If you followed the historic patterns of the fault.
Yeah.
But if you look at the third bar on your screen, we did not have, on the southern section of the fault, which is the most dangerous now, we did not have the 1857. We did not have the 2007. We are now past both of those intervals and are basically over 300 years past the normal time period that we could have expected.
So what does that mean to earthquake?
Sometimes the phrases used were 11 months pregnant.
Uh-oh. So it's ready to explode any minute, basically?
Well, you know, there's certainly a lot of factors that would indicate that, you know, we're really approaching the time that that it's going to go. And again, no one really knows for sure when that will be.
Yeah.
Now, as we switch over to the Graves simulation, which we will watch.
Now, what is the Graves simulation that you're going to show us?
Robert Graves is a top scientist with the U.S. Geological Survey, and he took all of these new scientific findings. And as you'll see on your screen, the quake begins to bloom out from the south end of the Salton Sea. So he's created this visual simulation of what the quake will actually do based on these most recent studies. So it'll bloom out from the south end of the Salton Sea and basically follow the I-15 corridor up through there, displacing the I-15 and all of our infrastructure by something in excess of 30 feet. So it's going to break every gas line, every water line, every fiber communications, optic lines, our natural gas. They even know that they've got aviation fuel lines and automobile gas lines that will be severed, railroad tracks. Basically, everything we need to support Southern California will be displaced by something over 30 feet.
Wow.
The quake will then wrap around the backside of the San Gabriel Mountains, go almost directly through Wrightwood. You can see fault traces from prior quakes in Wrightwood, and then wind its way out to Palmdale and then up through Northern California. Most of the areas of Southern California will experience about 2 minutes of shaking. Coastal areas or places where there are pools of liquefaction soil will maybe experience longer shaking than that.
Wow. That's pretty scary stuff.
Yes.
مش لوحدك.